Barker and Golia. Officer Barker knew more safety tips than anyone else in Nepville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to his bulletin board. Safety tip number 77: never stand on a swivel chair. Officer Barker shared his safety tips with the students at Nepville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes there was no link. Afterward, it was business as usual. Mrs. Tucker, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Barker, but Mrs. Tucker didn't hear him. Then one day, Nepville Police Department bought a police dog named Golia. When it was time for Officer Barker to give the safety speech at the school, Golia went along. "Children, this is Golia," announced Officer Barker. "Golia obeys my commands. Golia, sit!" And Golia sat. Officer Barker gave safety tip number 1: keep your shoelace tight. The student set up the end star. Officer Barker checked to see if Golia was sitting at attention. She was. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Barker, always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. Officer Barker checked on Golia again. "Good dog," he said. Officer Barker thought of a safety tip he had discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. The audience roared. Officer Barker grinned. He said the legs of the tips with plenty of expression. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Barker was surprised. He had never noticed how funny safety tips could be. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from the students at Nepville School. Every letter had a drawing of Golia on it. Officer Barker thought the drawings showed a lot of imagination. His favorite letter was written on a star shape. Piece of paper, it said, "You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend care. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet." Safety tip number 7. Officer Baker was taking cares. Later to his bulletin board. When the phone started ringing, state schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling about the safety speech. Officer Baker, they said, "Our students want to hear your safety tricks, and please bring along that curly stuff." Officer Baker taught his students his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Baker took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Baker loved having a buddy. Then one day, a television news team videotape Officer Baker in the Star College auditorium. When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during elliptical storms. The students jumped to their feet and applauded. "Bala! Bala!" they cheered. Officer Baker bowed again and again. That night, Officer Baker watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. The next day, the principal of Nepville School telephoned the police station. "Good morning, Officer Baker. It's time for our safety speech." Officer Baker phoned. "I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway." "Oh," said Mrs. Tupper. "Well, how about Gloria? Could she come?" Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to the school. Gloria sat on stage, looking lonely. Then she fell asleep. So did the audience. After Gloria left, Nepville School had its biggest accident ever. It started with a puddle of banana pudding. Spatter, sploosh! Everyone slid smack into Mrs. Tupper, who screamed and let go of her hammer. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Baker was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Officer Baker smiled. The note said, "Claudia missed you yesterday. Your friend care. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet." Safety tip number 7. Claudia gave Officer Baker a big kiss on the nose. Officer Baker gave Claudia a nice pat on the back. Then Officer Baker thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip number 101. Always stick with your buddy. Thank you.